Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. Detailed summary. Overview. Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, a Nobel laureate in economics, is a seminal book that explores the dual system model of human thought. Kahneman presents a comprehensive examination of how we think, revealing the strengths and weaknesses of our minds. Part 1. Two Systems. Kahneman introduces the two systems of thinking. System 1. Fast thinking. This is the intuitive, automatic, and quick way of thinking. It operates effortlessly and is driven by patterns, experiences, and emotions. System 2, slow thinking. This is the deliberate, analytical, and effortful way of thinking. It requires concentration and is used for more complex and logical reasoning. Key concepts: cognitive ease. When things are easy to understand or process, System 1 is engaged, leading to a feeling of familiarity and trust. Associative coherence. System 1 creates a coherent story from the information available, sometimes leading to overly simplistic conclusions. Part 2. Heuristics and biases. Kahneman discusses common cognitive biases and heuristics, which are mental shortcuts that can lead to errors in judgment. Anchoring. The tendency to rely too heavily on the first piece of information encountered, the anchor, when making decisions. Availability heuristic. Judging the likelihood of events based on how easily examples come to mind, which can be influenced by recent exposure. Representativeness heuristic. Assessing similarity or likelihood based on how much one event resembles another, often leading to neglect of actual probabilities. Key concepts. Base rate neglect, ignoring the actual probability of an event in favor of details that seem more representative. Overconfidence. People tend to be overly confident in their judgments and underestimate the role of chance. Part 3. Overconfidence. This section delves into the illusion of understanding and the illusion of validity. The illusion of understanding. People often believe they understand complex situations better than they do, leading to overconfidence. The illusion of validity. Confidence in our judgments can persist even when evidence suggests our predictions are unreliable. Key concepts. Hindsight bias. The tendency to see events as having been predictable after they have already happened. Outcome bias. Judging decisions based on their outcomes rather than on the quality of the decision at the time it was made. Part 4. Choices. Kahneman explores how people make decisions, particularly under uncertainty. Prospect theory. Developed by Kahneman and Tversky, this theory describes how people value potential gains and losses. People tend to be loss-averse, meaning they fear losses more than they value equivalent gains. Framing effects. The way a situation or choice is framed significantly affects decision-making. For example, people react differently to a 90% survival rate versus a 10% mortality rate, even though they describe the same situation. Key concepts. Endowment effect. People ascribe more value to things simply because they own them. Loss aversion. The pain of losing is psychologically more powerful than the pleasure of gaining. Part 5. Two selves. Kahneman discusses the difference between the experiencing self and the remembering self. Experiencing self lives in the present moment, experiencing events as they happen. Remembering self reflects on past experiences and makes decisions based on memory, which can be biased. Key concepts. Peak end rule. People judge experiences largely based on how they felt at the peak, most intense point, and at the end, rather than on the overall experience. Duration neglect. The length of an experience has little impact on the overall memory of it. Kahneman concludes by reflecting on the implications of these findings for personal decisions, public policy, and economics. He suggests that understanding the limitations of our thinking can lead to better decision-making, both individually and collectively. Implications. Behavioral economics. Kahneman's work laid the groundwork for the field of behavioral economics, challenging the notion of humans as rational agents. Policy and decision-making. Recognizing cognitive biases can improve decision-making in areas like finance, healthcare, and public policy. Thinking Fast and Slow is a profound exploration of the human mind, offering valuable insights into how we think and make decisions. It emphasizes the importance of awareness in navigating the complexities of human thought and behavior.